Coming up on the Daily O, an update in the Pauls Valley shooting case.
And a massive drug bust puts the state on notice. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Daily O. I'm Addison McBride.
And I'm Kennedy Coyle. We're glad you're with us. A court date and charges have been handed down to Victor Hawkins after shooting Pauls Valley principal Kirk Moore. Hawkins was arrested for shooting Moore in the leg after Moore attempted to stop him from harming students at the school. The Garvin County Court is charging Hawkins with 2 felony counts of unlawful carry as well as 1 felony count of shooting with the intent to kill. The preliminary hearing is set for May 8th at the Garvin County Courthouse. He is currently being held in the Garvin County Detention Center on a $1 million bond.
Staying on the topic of school security, Oklahoma lawmakers have proposed a $50 million budget for new security measures. State officials attended Pauls Valley High School to speak with staff members after the shooting of Principal Moore. If the money is approved, it would be the first ever state school security program. Schools receive upwards of $95,000 to upgrade their security systems, which would allow each district to have flexibility in their choices. Senator Adam Pugh says this situation was a painful reminder of why school security funding is important, and they will continue to make sure each school has the resources they need.
The Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics seized 190 pounds of black market marijuana in a massive drug bust. These drugs were traveling through Oklahoma to be sold on the East Coast before the OBN stopped it. In addition to the marijuana, they also seized 4 pounds of butane hash oil in the same vehicle. Officials warn individuals who are going to the dispensary and say some of the products are being disguised as candy wrappers. OBN spokesperson Mark Woodward says this is still an ongoing investigation and no suspects will be released at this time.
A breast cancer survivor is taking charge to stop lawmakers from cutting Medicaid funding in their new budget. Aisha Patterson was diagnosed with breast cancer in her early 30s and was able to get through it because of Medicaid. She says if she didn't have Medicaid, she probably would not be here today. The proposed budget did not include the extra $500 million the Oklahoma Healthcare Authority asked for. Lawmakers say they just don't have the money for it, even though Medicaid expansion was voted in 6 years ago. The budget still has to go through hurdles to get approved, but Governor Stitt will be the final vote when the time comes.
Pro football in Oklahoma is becoming a reality as the UFL announces its expansion to OKC. The UFL is a new professional football league that started in 2024. The league was designed to be played in the spring so football fans can have something to watch after the NFL and NCAA comes to an end. There is currently 8 teams in the league, and OKC is part of their goal to expand to 10 teams by 2028. Co-owner Mike Riopel says bringing football to OKC was a no-brainer due to the passion of the fans who show up for their favorite teams.
It was a sunny day here in Stillwater, but what does this evening have in store? Let's check in with Bridget Nye, who has our forecast. Bridget.
That's right, Addison. It was bright outside today with our sunny skies coming in at 80 degrees with our wind speeds coming in at 20 miles per hour. While it's been sunny today, we're going to see some storms appear in the next couple of days, but you'll find out more in your 7-day forecast. That's it for me. Back to you two at the desk.
All right, Bridget. When we return, OSU continues to be in the national spotlight.
And what's going on around campus? The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl Salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl Salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low-calorie, low-carb, low-fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
OSU graduate programs earn national recognition in the latest U.S. News rankings. For the third consecutive year, the OSU Center for Health Sciences earns #1 for percentages of graduates participating in health professional shortage areas. The Spears School of Business continued the momentum by holding its position as the top MBA program in Oklahoma and 60th nationally. Finally, the College of Engineering pushed up the rankings, coming in at number 100 and 5 in the best engineering schools in the nation. The growth of all these programs shows the university's continued determination for national success.
Well, it's that time again to check in with Marcela Gonzalez, who's here to give us a look at what's happening around campus.
Yeah, Marcela, as we've moved towards the end of the semester, I know a lot of students are looking for some fun.
Well, guys, here's what's coming up on campus. This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., head to Block 34 for Color the Block, a fun community art event where you can add your own touch to a collaborative mural. There will also be local vendors, live music, free face painting, and screen print tattoos. So there's something for everyone to enjoy. Next Tuesday at 5:45, take a break and unwind with free yoga at Block 34, a beginner-friendly class where you can relax, reset, and recharge. And on Thursday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., stop by the OSU Museum of Art for Drop and Draw, a free come-and-go session where you can sketch, relax, and get creative in an inspiring space. Don't miss out. There's a perfect week to get creative, relax, and have some fun.
Thanks, Marcella. Well, it's looking like clear skies for the rest of our evening. But how about the next couple of days? Let's check back in with Bridget to see what we can watch out for. Bridget?
That's right, guys. Let's check out that radar. Looking at today, we can see that we have some cloud coverage coming into Stillwater, but we won't see that precipitation begin until tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we will see that storms are going to come down south from Kansas and begin to hit Enid and Stillwater, but they're going to continue to keep moving on throughout our day. As we move on to Saturday morning, we will see that the entire state is going to have cloud coverage, but we will not be seeing anything in the morning. What to look out for, we will be having some thunderstorms like I've been talking about, and some rain to finish out the weekend, and we will finally see some sunny skies later on next week. That's it for me. Back to you two at the desk.
Thanks, Bridget. When we return, a deadly attack could harm the U.S. and Iran ceasefire.
And an arrest has been made in a disappearance case. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that They're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
With Israel attacking Lebanon, the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran is up in the air. In the recent truce between the two nations, there were no talks about adding Israel or Lebanon. Iran has insisted Lebanon be included in the agreement, but President Trump says they are not supposed to be protected. The war has gotten so out of hand that other European leaders have told the U.S. to add Lebanon to the ceasefire. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says they will continue to hit Lebanon with airstrikes. There has been no agreement on the new ceasefire at this time.
Bahamian officials have arrested a man who is connected to the disappearance of his wife. The suspect was identified as 59-year-old Brian Hooker. Hooker is being questioned over the disappearance of his wife, Lynette, who has been missing since Saturday night. Hooker's daughter, Carly A. Lesworth, describes her mother as an experienced swimmer and wants officials to thoroughly investigate the entire situation. Brian denies any involvement in the disappearance and also wants answers on what happened to his wife. The U.S. Coast Guard has launched a criminal investigation and is conducting a search for Lynette's body.
A former U.S. Army employee has been charged with leaking classified military information in an interview. Federal prosecutors say Courtney Williams leaked classified information to an unnamed reporter between 2022 and 2024. Williams served in a special military unit known as Delta Force. She held top secret clearance for the Army before leaving the force in 2016. She is being charged with one count of illegally communicating or transmitting national defense information. If she is found guilty, Williams could serve up to 10 years in prison. Williams is currently being held in prison before her court hearing on April 13th.
First Lady Melania Trump speaks out on the rumors about her being linked to the Epstein files. The First Lady says the rumors about her being linked to Epstein need to stop and they are all lies. She also says Jeffrey Epstein is a disgraceful human being and she could never be involved with someone like him. This statement was triggered by people saying she was a victim to Epstein and he had introduced her to President Trump. As we have seen recently, Melania is not the only one to speak out about potential connections, and she will definitely not be the last.
The Department of Justice is investigating the NFL over subscription fee concerns. In years past, football fans watched NFL games over broadcast TV, delivered free into their homes. Now, games are spread across many different platforms and channels, some requiring paid subscriptions. A government official said the Justice Department's investigation into the NFL is about affordability for consumers and creating an even playing field for providers. It comes after Senator Mike Lee wrote a letter last month requesting a review of the NFL's streaming platform exemptions and wanted to know whether the streaming package fees violated the Sports Broadcasting Act. The NFL said in a statement that 87% of its games are free, and games are always free to the market where the game is hosted.
A lot of Oklahoma State teams are seeing plenty of action from the transfer portal. Abby Walston has that and more in the Sports Corner when we return.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Abby Walston. Let's see what's going on in sports. The men's basketball transfer portal opened Tuesday, and as it's becoming more and more active, these Cowboys have said they're staying. Junior guard Kanye Clary has stated that he will be returning to the Orange and Black for his senior season. Joining Clary is freshman center Benjamin Ahmed, who averaged about 5 points a game. Fellow freshman guard Ryan Crotty, who showed out against Iowa State this season, making half of his 3-point attempts. There are still Cowboys who have yet to announce if they will stay at Oklahoma State or enter the transfer portal. Coach Steve Lutz will look to utilize the portal to recover for some big losses. Sticking with the portal, big news for Oklahoma State wrestling. All-American Jackrabbit Bennett Burge is now a Cowboy. Burge, formerly of South Dakota State, made the move to OSU, bringing his All-American talent to Stillwater. He's expected to make an immediate impact on the roster, adding depth and experience as the Cowboys try for another national championship run. He starts a list of transfer talent for OSU, as head coach David Taylor will continue to reload the roster through both recruiting and the portal. OSU softball with a devastating tragedy that postponed their game versus Wichita State, and baseball looking to ignite the flame after a tough midweek loss. Let's go around the diamond with Preston Hudlow for more. Preston?
Yeah, thanks for Abby. We still don't have any updates for softball, but we'll keep you updated as we learn more. Now, for baseball, they had a dominant series win against Cincinnati. They swept them. The bats were on fire. Game 1, 12-9, Colin Bregman, 2 homers. Game 2, 11-3, T.P. Wentworth, a grand slam, and having 5 RBIs, a career high for him. And Game 3, 10-4, 5 players having multiple hits. It was great. And this elevates them to 6-6 in conference play, so there's more wins for them. And it was great until the next game when they lost to Oral Roberts 9-10. So that tells me this team is very, very inconsistent, and it's all about the pitching. I've said it for weeks, but it's all about the pitching. They're very, very inconsistent. In the last 4 games, they gave up 26 runs. That's not great. Ethan Lund and Gable went against Cincinnati. He gave up 5 runs on 2 hits. That kills you. It's not good. Now, this team, they have to be perfect. They have to get on a great start. And if they're not, they have to win shootouts. Now, they've won a couple. They won game 1 against Cincinnati 12-9, but you can't do that and have success down the road. You have to get better. Now, they have an away series against K-State, Friday at 6, Saturday at 4, and Sunday at 1. Now, K-State, they're solid at home, 9-6 at home, but this series all depends on how great of a start OSU can start off on. But that's all I have from Around the Diamond. Back to you, Abby.
It's go time at the 90th Masters Tournament, and Oklahoma State is well represented. Former Oklahoma State standout Victor Hovland is sitting tied for 49th. Fellow Cowboys Alex Noren and Sam Stevens are also in the field. Noren sitting tied for 69th and Stevens sitting tied at 21st. Wyndham Clark and Rasmus Niergaard Peterson add even more orange and black, with Clark even through 12 and Rasmus finishing his day early, sitting at 5 over par. Current Poke and amateur Ethan Fang rounds out the group, looking to become the 5th low amateur in Cowboy history. He finished his day 2 over and is tied at 41st. Make sure to tune into the Daily-O tomorrow as we track the Cowboys chasing a green jacket. Meanwhile, here in Stillwater, Thursday night tennis is back at the GTC, and it's a big one. The Oklahoma State men's tennis hosts number 4 TCU Horned Frogs tonight at the Greenwood Tennis Center. First serve was set for 5, and fans can score free pizza and hats, with the first 100 getting a signature Cowboy tennis cap, sporting our very own Pistol Pete. Well, that's all we have from the Sports Corner today, but don't go anywhere. A huge rehabilitation process across the sea is seeing massive success. Addison and Kennedy have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
The NFL has had some drama in the offseason. Marcella Gonzalez has that and more in your A-List update. Marcella?
Yeah, guys, New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel and top NFL reporter Diana Rossini were spotted together at a luxury resort in Sedona, Arizona. Photos show the two holding hands, hugging, and even spending time together by the pool on a private rooftop. According to multiple eyewitnesses, it was just the two of them. The moment quickly caught attention, especially since both are married, and even more speculation to the situation. However, both Vrabel and Rossini say they were actually there with friends. That's all I have for your A-List update. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Marcella. Exceeding expectations and finishing ahead of schedule. 30,000 trees have been planted on the Isle of Man. 3 years ago, the UK Land Trust had set a goal of reforesting over a 70-acre Celtic rainforest on the Isle of Man. Temperate rainforests are one of the rarest kinds of ecosystems worldwide and are being described as being similar to the forests of the American Pacific Northwest. It'll take around 50 years for the trees to reach the level of maturity where that lush microclimate can be seen. Graham Makepeace Warren, the Manx Wildlife Trust Chief Executive, says he believes it will take far less than 50 years for cattle and sheep to be welcomed back into the rainforest.
I know we always start the show by introducing ourselves, but those names might be a little outdated as it's National Name Yourself Day. National Name Yourself Day proposes one day a year to reinvent ourselves through our names. Whether you like your name or not, this day is about having fun with a different name. A couple of ways to celebrate include trying out a nickname or coming up with something completely different. Be sure to share your name using the hashtag National Name Yourself Day.
Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Bridget Nye has our 7-day forecast. Bridget?
Thanks, Addison. Now, I like my name, but let's check out that weather. Looking at today, we saw those sunny skies, but as we continue on with our week, we're going to see some thunderstorms tomorrow, and then we're going to see rain, chances of rain all next week, and we're not going to see that sun start to shine again until Wednesday. For our temperatures, we're going to be seeing some 70s and then some in the 80s on Monday and Tuesday, and then our sun will be back to Stillwater.
All right, Bridget. Well, hopefully the rain will hold off for the concert this weekend. Guys, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to tune into the Daily O and tomorrow for the rest of the happenings here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Kennedy Coyle.
And I'm Addison McBride. Have a great night, everyone.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at-home feeling.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.